Craig Wallenbrock, I consider him the godfather of everything happening with the swing. He's in his mid-70s. He has had a fascinating life. If there were a main character of this book, I would say it's Craig Wallenbrock. He is one of the most fascinating human beings I've ever met in my entire life, and I hope I did his story justice. In the book, this is a guy who quit baseball when he was about 20 years old, moved out to the beach in California, and just became a full-time, as he said, pot-smoking hippie and full-time surfer. This is the guy who I think revolutionized hitting in ways that very few people in the history of baseball has. And the way he did that, like you mentioned, is by adopting film early on, starting to look at film as early as the 70s and 80s, before that was in vogue. And the attitude back then was, good hitters don't need film. Good hitters know what they're doing. You're somehow weak, or you're somehow, like, it's less manly or macho to look at video of yourself. Like, a real hitter knows what makes him a good hitter. It just was not prevalent back in the 70s and 80s. And that changed as time went on, and obviously now film is sort of a given in any sort of sporting endeavor. But back then, it was not. So it took outsiders to be the innovators that said, well, that's dumb. Like, obviously looking at video is a good idea, and if you're not going to do it, I'm going to do it. And what these found, Craig Wallenbrock perhaps being the first, was what great hitters say they do or think they do is not always what they actually do. If you look at the film and say, so why are you doing this with your shoulder? Or why are you doing this with your elbow? Or this, that, and the other? And the hitter would say, well, I don't do that. And Craig Wallenbrock would say, well, no, it's right here on the film. This is exactly what you're doing. And the hitter would say, well, I don't care what it sees on the film. I don't need the film. The film is wrong. So Craig Wallenbrock, I think very smartly, and what makes him such a great innovator, said, all right, new plan. We're not listening to anything you say. I'm just going to actually look at what you do.